Pastor George Borghardt, and this is another Higher Things video short. It's okay to be sad when someone dies. That's the subject of today's Higher Things video short. The Lord goes to the tomb of his buddy Lazarus, and he knows he's going to raise his buddy from the dead. And he's outside the tomb, and he looks at death, and he weeps. A lot of times, we have this sort of thing in Christianity where we sort of try to skate the sadness of death. Some sort of pill that we think that we're going to take, and we're just like, it's okay that he died. It's all going to be fine. When in actuality, the only cure for death is the death and resurrection of Christ. Otherwise, death stinks. It stinks. And not just, sort of like a pun, because it does stink, but it stinks. Our loved ones are gone, and we're not going to see them again. And then one day, we're going to be gone, and our loved ones, our kids, aren't going to see us, and they're going to hurt. So everything that surrounds death is hurt. And we can mentally sort of fathom the thing that they're in a better place, or they're not hurting anymore, or at least it was quick, or it was in their sleep. But in actuality, the only word that can come up in our brains is something like stink, because death stinks. Now, Christ has taken on death, and he has kicked death's tail. He has beaten death up and stolen death's lunch money. He has made death his boy. And his death covers all death. You see, his resurrection is our resurrection, our raising from the dead. And without Christ's death and resurrection, then I wouldn't even know how to handle death. As it is, there's no end to the pain of death. Even if we sort of can come to grips with it, it still hurts. And there's no time in which death gets better. A time and place where the people that we love, we don't miss. No, we miss those we love for the rest of our lives. And then our loved ones miss us. But the only cure for death is baptismal. Death has been drowned. Our death, the death of our loved ones, have been drowned in our baptism. It's absolved. Our death has been absolved. It's been forgiven. And so the death of our loved ones has been forgiven so that they have life eternal. Our death has been bodied and blooded by Jesus. We have received the medicine of immortality, and our loved ones have too. And so it's okay to grieve. We grieve as those who have hope, but it's still okay to grieve. For we are those for whom Christ died and for whom Christ rose, and our loved ones especially too. And so we grieve, knowing that there's a resurrection from the dead and a life of the world to come. I'm Pastor George Borghardt, and this has been another Higher Things video short.